session not too long from now, and there's going to be one fast repair available in all these races that you're going to see tonight. I thought I'd get that out of the way first. Race 1 will be all drivers taking part in the evening, and it's going to be 15 laps around here tonight. Race 1 or 23 minutes, whichever comes first. The top 10 in that race will then progress to the feature race. There are no championship points earned in that race. However, if you get 0 incidents, you get 5 bonus points, and for every incident over 12 incident points, you get -2 championship points. Drive-throughs, you get them at 12 incidents and 17 incidents, and then disqualified at 20. We then have a consolidation race. Consolation race, then, not consolidation. A consolation race. All drivers that don't qualify. We then have a consolidation race. Consolation race, then, not consolidation. A consolation race. All drivers that don't qualify. We then have a consolidation race. Consolation race, then, not consolidation. A consolation race. All drivers that don't qualify. We then have a consolidation race. Consolation race, then, not consolidation. A consolation race. All drivers that don't qualify. We then have a consolidation race. Consolation race, then, not consolidation. A consolation race. All drivers that don't qualify. We then have a consolidation race. 125 points on offer for first place. So we're going to see some big scores this season. We have Tanguy van der Weg is currently missing from the timing screen on the top left. I think that's just because he set a lap in the time where I was resetting the overlay. Here's Josh Clogg, 11th at the moment. And you can see there, though, he is just over 0.3 of a second off the top time so far in this session. But it's Brian Loynes for SimStickers at the moment, flying the flag. Of course, SimStickers championship sponsor, back once again to provide a hell of a lot of support for this championship, and we are all so very grateful for it at Sim Racers World and Sim Racers World TV. So thank you very much to the guys there. Wayne Palmer, his teammate, SimStickers Racing, and Ross Nicholson. New liveries for these guys, and they look absolutely stunning, don't they? Look at that. Gorgeous. Sebastian Heberer, he's out on track for Sim Racers World Esports tonight. And interestingly enough, we do not have our reigning champion Christophe Herbigno. He is missing the first round due to work. We've got a couple of new teams on the block though. Hans Polmans, who's just gone past shot there in the Flemish Sim Sports car. Now my co-commentator Jack Werrell loves that livery, and why wouldn't you? I mean, look at the satin metal on that. It looks absolutely stunning. We've got John Tusting of Quantum Racing, another satin metal one there. And Chris Roberts, Virtual Racing Compound. Him and his teammate Matthew Forrest are out together this season. Louis Correa. Louis Correa has been setting the world alight in the Sunday Drivers MX5 series, which has been on Sim Racers World TV. And it's interesting to see him in a bit more of a powerful and downforce based car. Daniele Guidici for Abruzzi Esports joins us on the grid for this season as well. There's so many teams. Flat Out Sim Sports, Daniel Merchant. Quite like that livery, even though it's nice and basic. Craig Jones for SCC Racing. Good to see Craig on the grid. Year 1 Racing Alpha Live have more cars out there. That is James Forsyke. Not the Year 1 livery we're all used to seeing. It's nice, the Alpha Live one. I really do like the colours. Here's Ben Hoffman, his teammate. Kevin Zemstra for Fiercely Forward, the Dutch driver. Team Iridium, Adrian Falcon. Quite like that one as well. It's very realistic livery is what we'd call it in the trade. It's going to be a very exciting championship, and I hope you're all just as excited as I am. Kevin Bolland joins us for another season in Year 1 Racing's very bright car as he pirouettes it and shows us all the wonderful angles of it there. This is Luke Wobbs from Fiercely Forward. We're not seeing a livery on his car at the moment, I'm afraid. Or we are, it's just I don't think it's the right one. Danny Fenning of SimStickers Academy. Gorgeous livery there for him. Oh, wow, that's a big off over the top of the hill. There's another Team Iridium car, Victor Bolea Centelles. That's Josh Clogg in the background having a bit of an issue, I think. Danny Fenning is still off the circuit, by the way. Listen to it. They do sound good. They do sound very, very good. Well, Seb Heberer is just coming to the end of a lap, so we'll go on board, if you can hear me, on board with the Dallara Formula 3 car then of Seb Heberer. Live on Twitch, on Sim Racers World TV. And then we have a consolation race with everybody that doesn't go through, and then the top 10 from that will go through as well. And then after a 10-minute warm-up, just to get everyone back in the swing of things, we'll then have the final race of the evening. Here we go then, the very first race in Season 2 of the Sim Racers World Formula 3 Series with Sim Stickers is go, and it looks like a good launch initially for Brian Loynes, but Adrian Falcon is going to be alongside him. Let's see what the frame rate looks like as it looks at the entire field coming towards us there. A bit of action in the middle there, almost 3 wide. I think it was Ben White. And it wasn't actually, it was James Forsyth in the Year 1 Alpha Live car. Oh, we've got Victor Centelles has gone off the circuit a bit further back. Looks like everyone behaving themselves so far through there. Oh, there's a car around. I think that's Forsyth. Oh, he's gone flying down. The damage model, not my friend there. Craig Jones got caught up in that. Adrian Falcon has taken the lead from Brian Loynes down the inside into the hairpin. Beautiful job. Oh, there's cars everywhere in the background. There's a car up in the air. Just trying to catch who it was that went off the circuit. One of the Sim Stickers cars in the middle there, I'm afraid. Sorry about the frame rate, everyone. The damage model on these cars really hates CPUs, trust me. Brian Loynes has got Kevin Zemstra stuck right behind him now. And once you lose one place in these things, it's very easy to lose your mindset. Although Brian, seemingly on the attack there, shows his nose down the inside of Falcon. But he is not phased one bit then. Coming towards the end of lap 1, Ewan Marshall's got Seb Hawkins just behind him there. And they are going to round out lap 1. Stephen Grabowski had an issue, I'm afraid. Let's have a look at what happened to Victor. Oh, the rear wing's gone off that. He's already had an issue before that. Tim Rutten also has had a crash. That's out of turn 1. Just going to have a quick look and see what happened to the rest of the guys in here. The 3 wide. Oh, there's a contact on the outside. Oh, there's an Alpha Live car gets tipped there by the Sim Racers World car. Who is that upside down? Someone got absolutely launched into the air there. Cars all over the shop. Unfortunately, a little bit too much for us to look at there at the moment. We will come back and see whether we can sort that out. Here is Josh Clogg, who isn't normally a midfield runner in this championship. Josh is very quick, and we've got the Flemish Sim Sports fan club in the chat. Hello everybody. Just for you. Here's Hans Polmans, currently 14th at the moment. He's gained 9 places though. Don't forget the top 10 are the ones that we need to keep an eye on. They are the ones that go through. Overtime for the stewards. Well, to be fair, I mean, a bunch up like that is always expected. It's the tiniest bit of contact in these cars that can really set them into quite a spin, and then more contact can flip them over. This is Phil Reagan on the back of Danny Fenning in the Sim Stickers Academy car. Oh, Danny's actually gone in the pit lane already. Not sure why. Surely can't have been a penalty. But now Phil Reagan suddenly finds himself under attack here from Chris Roberts, who's gone alongside him down the straight. Round turn 1, this is going to be interesting. Hold on to your hats, everybody. Round the outside, Chris Roberts in the 100 car, and he's going to need 100% commitment. Hangs it out around there. He's going to try and be later on the brakes. Keeps it down the inside of Phil Reagan. Beautiful side-by-side stuff. And Chris Roberts, with his bravery and his rather large man fruit, is going to get it done, or is he? No, Phil Reagan says, not on your life, son. I'm going to come back down the inside, but then Chris Roberts is going to be on the inside for the hairpin. Can he get it done there? Great battling from these boys at the moment. Phil carries so much speed around the apex of the corner there, and through he goes. Nicely done. Just ahead, Josh Clogg is battling with Bart Daleman and Ross Nicholson. These three of the best from Season 1, 3 of the All-Stars, I would say. Klaus Guger's got a great front row seat for this as well. So close, all these guys ahead. Lots of different lines as they go down the hill. Just ahead of this as well, you can see James Forsyth was all over the back of Seb Heberer. it's close here between Seb Hawkins and Ewan Marshall as they go down the straight. Seb has got the run, he's got the slipstream, but this car is very quickly going to hit its speed limit. You can hear the pops and bangs as they go down the straight on the rev limiter. Seb Hawkins through. Ewan decides not to fight it too much. Plays the clever game there. And this is still fighting as well behind Bart Daleman. Wants to get the better of Josh Clogg. These two in slightly different liveries than we saw them in Season 1. Same with Ross Nicholson. I must say Ross was one of my favourite drivers to watch in Season 1. He was very entertaining. Can't believe these cars are doing 122s around here. Oh, Phil Reagan's gone off on the exit of turn 1. Phil, what have you done, mate? Oh, this is Lee Woodburn, apologies. Oh, it's just wide, he's going to clip the grass. Look how fast it rotates as well. And because all the weight's in the rear, they don't always spin all the way around, so they do this really sort of awkward, like half spin. It's really frustrating. Back near the front though, Seb Hawkins has got his mirrors full of Ewan Marshall and Arthur Fry as well, top privateer at the moment. Great stuff from Arthur, doing a fine job. 6th position for him. And to be honest, this is a very important battle between Bart Daleman, Ross Nicholson and Klaus Guger and Josh Clogg, because this is the last position that will make it through into the feature race at the end. So Nicholson and Guger can sense the opportunity. We've got Wayne Palmer a little bit further back here in the 177 car. Falcon does the fastest lap of the race for Iridium. It's also kicking off between Arthur Fry, who's also had Ewan Marshall. He's going to have PTSD going into turn 1 before you know it. The amount of times he's been overtaken there now. It's twice in 2 laps for Ewan Marshall. But still, he's in a position to get into the final. And I think one thing we're going to see from these guys is they're not going to be fighting too hard if they're already in the top 10. We've got a car going slowly in the background there. I think that was Khan Newen. Tanguy's also actually been caught up in an incident there, so not quite sure what's happened to him. Yeah, Ben Hoffman at the moment, 26th place at the moment. Just ahead of Matt Forrest in 27th. We do need to keep an eye on this though, because this is getting closer and closer, and these are the last positions that will make it in this race anyway. There is a consolation race, so these guys will get an extra chance to get in if they don't make it in this one. So whoever finishes 11th in this race, I believe, will be on pole position for the feature. Down the straight again. Already on to lap 6 of this race. Fastest lap again, Falcon. He's doing an amazing job, but here comes Bart Daleman past Josh Clogg. Pushing these Formula 3 cars to the absolute limit, everybody. And Bart Daleman gets himself up a place. Ross Nicholson, though, he now wants to gain another spot. Chris Ebenyo joins us in the chat. Hi, mate. Good to see you. Here is Ross. Just poking his nose down the inside here. Josh Clogg is going to be on the inside of the hairpin. Davey Whitbowles joins us as well. Good to see you, mate. Look at that. Ross Nicholson only giving Josh the room he needs and nothing extra. He's not leaving it on the table. You just have a peek there at Josh Clogg's Lando Norris helmet. And he just gets rid of the overlap. I thought there was going to be contact then. They were so close together. Ross is piling the pressure on, but still not able to get through. And all this time as well, it's making it easier for Bart Daleman to run away. He's got nearly a second gap on these guys already. Klaus Guger's just waiting here for something to go wrong, because he wants that final spot in the feature race. Quite a lot of guys have been in the pit lane. Dries van den Rijt, Ben Hoffman, Matt Forrest, Tim Rutten, Kevin Bolland, Victor Sent. And I hope you enjoy the broadcast as well, and all the guys. Forsyth. Like it, everyone cooling. I've got a nice ice cold Copperberg at the moment. Some of the very finest. Okay, so here's your grid then for the final race of the night. Brian Loynes from Ewan Marshall, Adrian Falcon, Seb Herbera and Ross Nicholson are the top 5. And it's Bart Daleman, James Forsyth, Arthur Fry, Seb Hawkins and Louis Correa. Those guys went through from the first heat of the evening. Kevin Zemstra and Klaus Guger, the first 2 from the consolation race, followed by Wayne Palmer and Tanguy van der Veeg. Then we have Dries van den Rijt, Craig Jones, Chris Roberts, Luke Wobbs, Greg Parmenter and Victor Centelles lining up at the back of the grid. So here we go then. First time this season. And the feature race is underway. Quite a lot of wheel spin. Look at Adrian Falcon from the second row of the grid straight through into the race lead. Beautiful start. Brian Loyne's got so much wheel spin there, it's hard to know what to do. Middle of the field, there's Arthur Fry going around the outside, trying to hang it out around there. Is there any contact? Doesn't look like it. Everyone just shaking up a little bit. Ross Nicholson there just on his outside. 3 wide through the middle. Oh, there's contact and around they go in front of the field. There's going to be cars all over the place caught up in that one. So many people. I've seen a good 7 or 8 cars hitting that one. Seb Hawkins, James Forsyke as well. Those cars are doing unspeakable things that usually you have to pay to get a premium subscription for. Ewan Marshall, though, is still in second place, and Brian Loyne's in third. Bart Delman on his own in fourth, and then Dries van den Rijk back there in fifth. That has split the field up completely. But what a start by Adrian Falcon. He was flying there. That was amazing. Do want to have a look back at what happened, though. So, Arthur Fry went down the inside of Seb Hebberet. And the cars that were on the inside, Forsyke just, nowhere to go. And Seb Hawkins as well. Just trying to find Seb Hawkins. James Forsyke got caught up in that quite severely. You can see the accident just happen in front of him there. He slows down and gets hit by Seb Hawkins, who then, the Flemish Simsports car gets hit as well, loses the rear wing there, does James Forsyke. Big mess. Can't figure out which of the Flemish cars it was that got hit. I think it was Tanguy van der Weeg. But he's made up quite a few places here, actually. Got Seb Hawkins, Kevin Zemstra, Arthur Fry, they're all out. Oh, Greg Parmenter's going down the order. Oh, he's just fancied trying the Paris-Dakar, and that's broken that. And unfortunately that. Although, no, apparently at our end it thought it was more broken than it was. Oh well. Just like on the Discovery Channel, says Asa. Love it. Now, can Adrian Falcon make up for binning it in race 1 from the lead and win this one? It's a 21 lap race. Should take about half an hour. But Ewan Marshall, he's been a great hit so far. These two newcomers to the championship. Brian Loyne's very successful in season 1. Here's Tanguy van der Weeg all over the back of Craig Jones. These two gained so many places in race 1. I think Craig Jones gained 21 positions. Yeah, sometimes the wheels sort of do break at one end, and then the sim sort of realises, oh, it's not that damaged. Tanguy van der Weeg looks down the inside of Craig Jones. Nice little move there. And he's already in front before the straight. Now, it's all going to depend on who gets the best run. Adrian Falcon has Marshall right up behind him. No point for Marshall to try anything at this stage, because all he'll be doing is making life harder for himself as the race carries on. No advancements or anything in this one. This is all now just about championship points and championship positions. James Forsyke just trying to stay out of the way there. Yeah, you're right, actually. Zemstra did go off, didn't he? Just trying to have a quick look. I think he had a separate incident. Let's have a look. So this is while all this was going on. There is the incident in front. He manages to go around it. Oh, is he going to get hit when he comes back on? Oh, no, he loses it. No. Seems like he got away with that. Can't see anything else. He came in the pit lane afterwards at the end of the lap, but the car looks absolutely fine. It's very strange. Here's Victor Centelles. Behind him is Klaus Guger and Louis Correa, the two privateers, and then Ross Nicholson is the next car position-wise. Anyway, there was another car behind them on track there. Seb Hebberet. Oh, Brian Loynes and Ewan Marshall changing place for second. Daleman did the fastest lap for a second there, and now it's Tanguy van der Weeg. Tanguy's been great tonight. But yeah, Mark Elviota says, I'm amazed by Falcon's start. Well, tell you what better way to see it than from on board Adrian Falcon's car. Brian Loynes in front will get a lot of wheel spin, but look at that. He just hooks it up. It sounds like he short shifts it. Look at it go. What a run from Adrian Falcon. Amazing, amazing start, and he's still got the race lead. Looks like Victor Senteles there is having a real scrap with Klaus Guger. Just swapped around places there. Please do remember, everybody, to subscribe to Sim Racers World TV. We have a round of this championship every 2 weeks. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon as well for notifications going forward for when we do go live. It's not just this series we cover. We have the Sim Racers World GT Pro and GT Evo series. Down the inside, by the way, Louis Correa, what a move. And Louis Correa, speaking of, he races in another championship that we broadcast every third Sunday, which is the Sunday Drivers MX5 series. We also have the Virtual Bell Car E-Series as well. This weekend we have the 6 hours of Daytona from that championship. And then the next round is well, it's actually on Halloween. We have the 24 hours of Zolder. We're getting back to this though. This is a great battle here between Victor and Louis. Louis Correa, the Venezuelan driver, just trying to hold his nerve. Close at the front as well. Ian Marshall cannot get away from Brian Loynes, who's really come on this season. Very pleased for him. You can see the gap just opens up and then closes up. Bart Delman, by the way, has overtaken Tanguy van der Veeg at some point. Let's just have a scan through and see whether we can see when that happened. Interesting. Oh, Arthur Fry's gone off the circuit. This is into turn 2. Oh, he's clipped the grass. Wow, he's done well not to have that go all the way around. Is he going to miss a wall? Oh, no. No, he's not. Never mind. That was a big, big hit there for Arthur Fry. And yeah, look at that. In the pit lane, abandoned in bits. That's a real shame, that. Real shame. This is close. Chris Roberts all over the back of Wayne Palmer at the moment. Just behind them as well is Klaus Guger and Victor Bolea Senteles. 2 by 2 they go. Noah's Ark into turn 1. Plenty of space. Down the inside, Chris Roberts, 100% man. Down the inside for Virtual Racing Compound, VRC. Beautiful. Nice textbook stuff there to take 8th position. 9th now for Wayne Palmer. Luke Wobbs in there as well with Klaus Guger. So it was actually Victor, had dropped off in the background. That's my mistake, sorry. Now Luke has a Fiercely Forward spec map on. You can see the lion on the side of the car, but for some reason it hasn't properly loaded delivery on there, I'm afraid. So close between these guys, Wayne Palmer and Chris Roberts, really getting their elbows out now. Please avoid contact, boys. Around the outside, Chris Roberts carries a bit too much speed into there. Down the inside, beautiful stuff. Oh, they were all a little bit late on the brakes there. There might have been contact. But Wayne Palmer did a great job at getting that car stopped there. I know it's not Ali. He's got the Fiercely Forward spec map on it. But yeah, not that one, I'm afraid. I did install the paint pack just beforehand, so I'm not sure whether the upload hasn't quite worked on the website or something, but I hope we can get it sorted. Oh, Ross Nicholson's in. You wouldn't know. There he is. Ross Nicholson must have had a slowdown, or a drive-through, I should say. Third of the way through the race then, lap 7 out of 21. And Ewan Marshall is not losing this. Oh, Chris Roberts is around. What's happened, Chris? Side by side with Wayne Palmer. Oh, just a little adjustment on the inside. Wow, Luke Wobbs got close there. Chris Roberts is now going to be trying to fight back through. Here is Luke Wobbs. There, just behind is Klaus Guger, looking very, very feisty. See Klaus just holding back a little bit there to make sure it doesn't make contact or anything. He doesn't want to send it up the inside just yet. It's a bit risky to try and do it into there just in case the guy in front turns in. That wasn't a very good Australian accent, I must admit. Loynes does his fastest lap of the race in chasing Ewan Marshall. Oh, Wayne Palmer's in the pits. Wayne Palmer just came in as well. Two SimStickers racing cars having what I imagine is a drive-through. Or is it stop and go? Yeah, I'm not sure whether he knows that it's... Usually it's just a drive-through, you don't have to stop, but I'm not sure what whether they've set it to be that manually. But here's this battle again, and Luke Wobbs and Klaus Guger, Dutch driver against the Austrian driver, into the hairpin. Klaus went in there a little bit hot. Fuel, says Paul. Interesting. Ah, it is a forced pit stop. Right, okay. Ah, sorry. I apologise, yes. There will not be enough fuel in the fixed setup. Bart did tell me that beforehand. So we will be seeing pit stops from these guys. Very interesting. Maybe Ross Nicholson and Wayne Palmer there playing a good card to try and get into some clean air, and that's, well, that's exactly what they've got at the moment. Wayne Palmer's got 17 seconds ahead to Seb Herbera, and Ross Nicholson is only 2 seconds behind his teammate. So they could have played a genius stroke there, to be honest. Thank you for the update though, Paul. I hope you enjoyed the first round of the season, buddy, and I hope you enjoy the broadcast as well. And all the guys at SimStickers, thank you very much for the support for this championship. Don't forget, everybody, do check out simstickers.co.uk. It's in the video description as well. They are a very, very proud sponsor of this series, and we love their support. And to be honest, I'm a huge fan of the beautiful liveries as well, to be honest. They look absolutely mega. This chase, though, from Luke Wobbs and Klaus Guger is not over yet, is it? It's on the nose cam. Over the hill, onto the brakes. Down the gears, to the apex. There's a lot of camber on the inside of the corner there. It's so easy as the weight transfers to just lose the rear end around these final couple of corners. Bit of a later apex there from Klaus Guger. He's going to get some severe slipstream here. Onto the back of Luke Wobbs. Which way is he going to go? Left or right? Left or right? Place your bets. He's got to go to the right, surely. Oh, he backs out of it. Luke Wobbs takes the inside line. Pops and bangs. Love it. It's not a Fiesta ST, though. Not even halfway through the race now. Still got another 11 laps to go. Klaus Guger is just trying to put as much pressure as possible on Luke Wobbs, and Luke is doing a great job at soaking it up, you have to say. Louis Carrera is starting to get in on this as well now, on the outer fringes of the top 10. Ewan Marshall is only 0.4 of a second behind Brian Loynes in second place. Or he was, actually. That gap's just opened up massively. What's happened there? He's now in the clutches of Bart Delman. Interesting. And oh, Luke Wobbs has actually got Klaus Guger next to him now. Still doesn't succumb to the pressure, though. Defends the inside. Klaus is trying very hard here, but I think before long we're going to see Louis Correa come through. Let's have a look. We'll go on board with Louis. It's just not enough, is it? You can just see that there's not that much of a closing speed. With Guger in front having the slipstream, he's going to try and go through as well. Listen to that thing on the limit of flipping heck. Klaus Guger down the inside. Luke Wobbs has the inside for turn 2 though. Is he going to make it work? Wow, look at the speed that Klaus carries there. There's still an overlap though. He needs to be careful not to make contact. He's going to run a little bit wide on the exit. On the exit, as the Australians would say here at Phillip Island, but still, Klaus Guger has taken the position, but now he needs to be on the inside for the hairpin as well, and he knows that, hence he's done it. Whoa, he moves over a little bit there on Luke Wobbs. It was almost contact. Some brilliant racing though. Great stuff. I would say door to door, but it's cockpit to cockpit. Side pod to side pod. The list goes on, trust me. Round they go then. Still, Louis Correa is not giving up on this fight either. He really wants to be in this one. A little bit different from the MX-5 I'm used to seeing him drive, to be honest. But I hope the stream looks good, everybody. Hope it's nice and smooth. I know that some of my footage in the past has been a little bit jumpy, so I hope it looks okay. Just want to make sure that everyone is getting the best quality stream that we can give them. As, oh, look at that, Luke Wobbs